In this episode, I sit with an ex-police officer who recently quit the force to become his own boss.
I worked in the Metropolitan Police
Okay.
for 19 years.
What's it like being a police officer in London?
Challenging. There have been times where you fear for your life. You definitely see a lot more things than any normal person would.
With his best friend of over 35 years, they purchased a cleaning company.
Who valued the business at 16k?
She had an accountant that valued it at 20.
And you tipped him to 16k?
Yeah.
And hired his son as their first employee.
One day Dad came to me and said, look, I'm going to start my own business. Do you want to work with me? Didn't think twice. I said, yeah, I'll do it.
However, after running the cleaning company for 6 months, the books are not looking as polished.
You're in for over £20,000. How much more money can you afford to put into a business that I don't believe is going to work?
I don't think we're done fleshing this thing out to see where it can go.
Either way, the business doesn't work right now. So you need to come up with a solution. These days, everyone wants to say they're an entrepreneur and they've got their own business. But there's no point in having your own business if it's not successful. So it's time to give them some food for thought. I'm at the Bank Brasserie in Enfield.
Time for the starters.
Tell me who you are and why you're here today.
My name's Sheridan. I am the co-owner and full-time operative of GGT Cleaning. We took over the business in August this year. Prior to that, I worked in the Metropolitan Police Service
Okay.
for 19 years. I was a police officer for 12 years, and prior to that I was a detention officer for 7.
I'm Ryan, co-owner of the cleaning company GGT. I found the business on Facebook actually and bought it off an older couple they just didn't want to work anymore. They were just, I guess, wanted to enjoy life.
Yeah.
I also work full-time and I also, basically like a serial entrepreneur, I'm in that zone where I'm trying to get out of my full-time work. And this was one of the pathways to do that.
I'm Kobe. I previously worked at a ramen station shop, and one day Dad came to me and said, look, I'm going to start my own business. Do you want to work with me? Didn't think twice. I said, yeah, I'll do it. So, see, now we're here.
Right, so father and son,
Yes.
business partner, all Filipinos.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love Filipinos. As you know, I'm sure you know with Nico and Mark. I always mention Nico and Mark. I'm going to start with you. Cleaning business, police officer.
Yeah, so when Ryan came to me with this opportunity,
Did you know each other before?
I've known Ryan since I was 5 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, we went to school together, grew up together. So I was a police officer for 12 years. When I left, I worked in domestic violence unit. But
Right.
I've worked in multiple units within the Met response unit, safer neighbourhoods, CID, plain clothes, fugitive unit.
What's it like being a police officer in London?
Challenging. It was definitely tough. Putting that uniform on for the first time, you do have that sense of, I can actually make a change, I can help people, I can do things.
Warrant badge.
The warrant card as well. When you look at it, you show your parents, and everyone's so proud of you. Oh, my son's a police officer. And
Being a PC, did you enjoy it?
I did, 100%. I did. You definitely see a lot more things than any normal person would.
Is London as messed up as we see online with regards to crime and things that are really going on?
I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the media probably gets about 10% of what you know and what you deal with.
Really?
Yeah.
One more question on the police thing,
No,
because
no,
obviously
go
I'm
for it,
really
yeah.
intrigued, and I know we're here to talk about business. Ever fear for your life?
There have been times, yeah. You stop people, they come across as genuine people, and then next thing you know, it gets pulled out, people threaten you.
Really?
There have been times where you fear for your life. In public order events, Notting Hill Carnival, things like that, you're heavily outnumbered. Sometimes you're in a crowd of thousands of people and you don't know where your next colleague is. Anything happens, what do? You're on your own.
Wow. Okay. So we've gone from police now to owning a business with your son.
Yep.
And your friend, your
Yeah.
business partner, but your friend now.
I was at a point in my life, I guess, where I wanted to leave.
So let's talk about this business now. So who found the business? Give me a background so I understand. I've got some notes here, but I really need to understand this so I can give you some feedback.
So I look at businesses online, whether it's Facebook or whatever, and I just see if they look intriguing. And what I find is that most businesses, you can kind of tell that they're just selling the business because it's a crap business. Like, just want to get rid of it. And this business, it was different. It stood out because it was an older couple who had been running it for like 20 years. To give a bit of context, 2 years ago, she was told that she has 10 years to live. So she's been trying to figure it out. And then this year came up and she's just like, I just can't do it anymore. So this is where we kind of stepped in, and there's an element of like, we want to help them because, she needs to enjoy her life. Like, you know, if she's been given 8 years left, for example, like you want to kind of try and help her with that. But also there's an opportunity here because there's no systems, no processes. Her clients were in this old black book. Like, and it's just crazy. And I was just like, okay, we can do something with this.
Everything was written down.
I inquired about it. And when I got to speak to them, I was like, oh, they sound super genuine. The problem is that I work full time, so I needed someone to run it.
What do you do full time?
I'm a finance systems analyst.
Okay.
They agreed a price, which was 16K, and they had a revenue of around 50K a year. But that was joint. So I saw their last 2 years of self-assessments, and it was like 25 and 28K or something.
Is what they paid themselves?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
And at this point, it was like, I can't buy it because I've got no one to run it. So this is when I just started telling people. So I was just like, oh, I want to buy this cleaning business. I don't know who's going to run it. Like, I need to find staff and, you know, I don't know where I'm going to go. And then when I spoke to Sheridan about it, it's like a light bulb just clicked with him.
And you were a police officer at the time?
I was there, yeah.
Okay, right.
And then I think it's probably June?
Yeah.
So 6 months ago, approximately.
Yeah.
Did you put all the money in, the 16K?
No, we went half.
So you're 8 each?
Yeah.
So you're 50-50 on this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And GGT, what does it stand for?
So the previous owners, one of their requests was that we keep their name.
Okay.
So it's their initials.
But people know that name, so that's obviously...
In Hawley, yeah.
Yeah.
And theoretically, them two have now stepped out, you two have theoretically stepped in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I initially took it, I thought, okay, we're going to be hitting about 4K revenue a month.
Where did you get that number from?
Because that was their books. Like they were taking home about 900 and something a week.
Grand a week?
Yeah, it just seemed like a standard that, okay, this is what we can aim at. But when we had the clients, we were getting close to like 600-700. But the clients that we got were all based in Hawley. And there is an issue there with travel because these guys live in Farnborough. How many miles is that?
I think it's more like about 40, 50, yeah.
And let's say we have 3 or 4 clients that day, that's maybe like 100, 150 quid a day revenue. For the amount of work that they do is like, that's not worth it. So we're stuck with a place where we have clients and we're serving them and we're doing a good job, but it's not enough. And this is, you know, partly why we're here. What's our step forward? Because we're currently losing, so how do we now shift it?
There's a reason people say to remove emotion from business. Buying a company because you feel sorry for the owners is not a smart investment. I needed to know if this business was going to make money or if they've put themselves in £16,000 worth of debt. I'm conflicted slightly, and I'll tell you why. You three are lovely people, really, really nice people. What way would you like me to deliver the information?
Having actual real guidance of someone who has made their money and, you know, is successful is, you know, we want as truthful as you can get because that's the most that we can get out of it.
The people that are telling you you're doing great and you've got your own business, are they business people? Are they entrepreneurs? Are they successful?
They're family and friends and, you know, all of that.
They're massaging your ego. Okay, so you're 6 months in, you're £16,000 in, and obviously you have your day-to-day expenses, whether it be insurance, petrol, and then obviously we have wages. I assume you're not drawing anything at the moment.
No, I'm not paying myself, not yet.
So you're not paying yourself, there's no dividends because there's no money theoretically at the end of, I know it's only 6 months in. Are you on target to make profit for the end of the year?
Probably not.
No.
Okay, how much are you on target to lose? Honestly.
I to be honest, I don't know.
Why don't you know?
No, I should.
It's really bad. You've done 6 months, you're halfway through the year.
As we stepped in, then we started losing clients for whatever reason. So then our revenue was lower than, I guess, the 4,000.
You said losing clients for whatever reason. What's the reason?
Well, one of our clients, she said that she wanted this other cleaner, but this other cleaner couldn't accommodate her for whatever reason. Now a space has popped up. She's wanted to go over.
Why is this other cleaner better than you guys? What's the reason?
She didn't give a reason.
Why didn't you find out?
We didn't ask.
Why didn't you ask? Why wouldn't you find out? Is it cost? Is it the quality of work?
Yeah, I mean, that's great. You're right.
Her only reason was she's been waiting for a slot for this cleaner. And that's the only reason she gave us. And I guess maybe we should have asked, but
no, we should have.
We didn't. We just kept the door open. Just said, look, if it doesn't work out with this other cleaner, please feel free to contact us again, and we'll be happy to have you back.
If you were making that £4,000 a month turnover, what's your profit there? Please tell me you can answer that.
When I initially calculated it, it was something like 700-800 quid
a month.
Yeah.
After paying them a wage?
Yeah. I think he was something like 900 or £1,000 or something, and he was slightly over. And then the remaining was petrol and all that fun stuff, and we're left with about 800 odd quid.
So that's about 8.5 grand a year profit. Yeah, you happy with that?
No, absolutely not.
How are you hoping to scale this business? Because if you're not happy with your £700 profit a month.
It was based on 2 people going out and charging 30 quid an hour. In my head, if you get, because they were older and whatever else, if you get one person to do that same job, charge the same amount of money so they get the same service, then we can now get 2 people charging 30 quid in 2 different places.
But what are you basing that on? Because if 2 people are charging £30 an hour, why do you think one person can do the job of 2 people?
Well, this is the thing that I was trying to shift, because I was thinking if it's the same job, instead of trading time for money, you're trading the service. So even if it takes one person an hour and a half, you could still get 2 people doing an hour and a half jobs in 2 different places, so you get double the amount of revenue at that time.
But don't you need a second van?
The second van, and when we got into the business, after speaking to the clients and you guys, like, it's not a viable thing, because the people that are in there and already have the service want 2 people for 2 hours or whatever it is.
But I go back to the thing, that second van automatically null and voids your one person for £30 an hour, because now you've got a second load of expenses. Doesn't work.
Yeah.
The numbers don't add up.
Yeah.
But it's very obvious. Just looking in from the outside and just our quick 10-minute conversation,
Yeah.
there's holes everywhere. Like everywhere right now. How many of these clients, the 18 clients that we've kept at the moment, have recommended you to a friend or a family?
We've had 3 or 4 that was recommended to a neighbour. In fact, we got a recommendation last night for another family member.
Right.
So we are getting the recommendations in.
That's your quickest way and easiest way and cheapest way to grow your business. You can't beat someone saying, these guys come to my house, I like them, I trust them, they're fantastic value, use them. Because if someone tells me you can trust them, trust is a big thing. Cleaners come into your house. Some people will be like, I've got to be there when the cleaners are there because I don't really know them. Other people are like, you know what, I'll open the door, I'm going out, I'll leave you there for 2-3 hours.
As it was a father and son thing, again, it's the whole still a family run business. And I was hoping that, given my background as a police officer, there's some sort of trust there. And I think the majority of the clients did like that I had that background and that it was my son working with me. They were happy to give us their keys so we can go in without them there. Like you said before, they don't have to supervise us, they don't have to watch over us on what we're doing. We come in, we do our job, and then we go.
The fact that you 2 are partners, you're not in the business as such, whereas you 2 are on the tools, shall we say. Where do you see you making enough money for you 2 to take a wage and for you to start recouping your 16 grand back, and then you need the business to make money? You have a day-to-day business that pays you well enough, yeah?
It does. So I'm employed and I have another side hustle that I do. They both pay me. And I get paid well enough to cover myself without getting paid from the cleaning business.
Is your long-term plan to leave your day-to-day job and join these guys out and about?
No, not out and about. My plan is to join them as a business owner, overseeing it and growing it. But ultimately, if I'm in the business, if I'm doing the cleaning, then I won't see the business. I won't be able to grow it, I don't think.
I'm so glad you said that, because I get a lot of abuse online saying that, yes, you own Yiannimize, but you're not on the tools, you can't even wrap the cars. And I'm like, well, if I'm on the tools, who's growing the business? You understand? Who's answering the phone? Who's networking? Who's trying to bring in more clients? Who's trying to understand, well, you guys are out and about. I need to sit back and look at it and analyze what is going great and what is going wrong. So that is what you are trying to add to this. The fact that you have a job and the fact that you have another side hustle, how much time are you putting into this business? Honestly.
It depends on priority. So I work my 9 to 5, then I have my kids, and then my side hustle time is normally between 10 and 2 a.m. So I do that consistently. And then the timing in terms of GGT is just dependent on what is important. And I'll be honest, and these guys don't even, like the last 2 months, I haven't been totally in it because in my head I wasn't seeing the growth. So it's like if I need to focus on revenue generating activities, this one isn't revenue generating. So now I need to focus on trying to get that. That's where my head was at.
So you're focusing on what makes you money, and because this business doesn't make you money, you're not putting your time and effort into it.
So I initially set up the business in terms of website and just the whole structure, the number, all of that sort of stuff. So that is running as smoothly as possible. But you're right in terms of I should be lead generating for the cleaning business as well as whatever else. But I guess because we haven't made that decision in terms of what direction we want to go down, we haven't been able to market yet.
You're 6 months in. You need to make a decision of what you're doing, because
Absolutely.
you two are going to end up not having a job, not being able to afford to live. You're okay at the moment, which I know you care about these guys, of course you do. You're in a safe spot. You two are at risk right now, because if the business is not making money, first of all, you're going to lose your £16,000 and you end up with just a van, but you've got to work out what you're doing. You're 6 months in now. I know it's still at the infancy stage, but you've got to make a decision. And today I'm going to try and help you, but before I can help you, I need to understand what you guys want to do and how passionate you are about this business.
Yeah.
The problem I see, and I see this all the time, everyone wants their own business. I want my own business, I'm my own boss. Yeah, I'm the director, I'm the CEO, I'm the big I am. But if you're not making any money, who cares? Sometimes you've got to go and get a job.
Yeah.
And I say that to people a lot. People have business and they're not making any money, but, well, I've got my own business. What does that mean if you're not affording to make a living? I'm not saying you need to go and make £100 an hour, but right now you're on the breadline and the business is not growing, and at the end of the year you're going to show a loss. So not only have you not made your 16 grand back or made any money towards that, you're just about surviving.
Well, another route of trying to make more money, I guess, is going down the whole carpet cleaning as well. So I've actually purchased myself a carpet cleaning machine.
How much that cost?
£1,800. Got a course in January, and that cost 300 quid. So I'm hoping that once now that's out the way, I can also now push for carpet cleans, which I guess we can afford to charge more than a hourly clean.
So you spent £1,800 on a carpet cleaner.
Yeah.
You haven't even done the course yet.
No.
Thought behind that?
Personally, I thought it was as straightforward as get the machine, know how to use it, have a few practice runs, and then go for it.
How often do you get those inquiries about carpet cleaning? In 6 months, how many you had?
3 or 4.
3 or 4. So you thought 3 or 4. Wow, that's loads of people. Let me go and spend £1,800 on a machine.
No, I think it was more, I wanted to push for more carpet cleans because I did a bit of research online, and I guess you can charge more for a carpet clean for less time of work. So for example, a living room could take you 25 minutes and you can charge up to £140.
So if let's say you spend half an hour,
Yeah.
and you charge £140,
Yeah.
what's the profit?
I compared that to our hourly rate in terms of what we do for domestic cleaning. So 1 hour in someone's house, we get £30, but that's split between 2 people. Whereas if I can get £140 for 20 minutes, I thought, that income is a daily rate. What we earn in a day, you can get in a short period of time.
But where's your profit? You talk about daily rate, we talk about hourly rate, we're talking about £140, we talk about £15, we talk about £30. All these numbers are fantastic, but where's your profit? This is turnover. It's vanity over sanity. Turnover is vanity. Yeah, profit is sanity. If you're not making profit, you could have a business that turns over £1 million. But if you're not making money, and the fact that you don't know what you're making is a massive red flag. I agree with you that carpet cleaning is a one-off for a long period of time. Once you get your carpet clean, I'm not going to use you again for God knows how long unless something happens to the carpet, yeah? The fact that people need their house clean every single week, I fully agree. Window cleaning again, I fully agree. But again, we're cleaning houses, we're now carpet cleaning, we're now talking about window cleaning, or we're just going to do everything?
Because we're in the houses, we can also say, hey, do you want a window clean? Or do you want a whatever it is? So we can upsell through that direction. They're not an older couple who will just do the cleaning because that's all they can do. They can go and, I don't know, fix a door or whatever. There's more options there. In my head, it's like just trying to up their value while they're in the house if we can't charge for the service and have them both in there.
I fully agree with the add-on. So I'll use my business as an example. You come and get your car wrapped, but when you get in your car, I will offer you to tint your windows, to paint your calipers, to service your car as such, or to smoke your rear lights. Those are nice add-ons because you're already there. So you're already in the house. So I fully agree with that. What experience have you got with furniture, carpet cleaning? Because now we're spending more money because now we spent £1,800, £300 for training, okay? And we don't know how good that training is going to be for £300. The cost, obviously, the machine, you're looking at different things to bolt on, but the problem is you're bolting onto a machine that is not a full running machine. It's not a well-oiled machine right now. This machine is splattering and it needs a service, this machine right now, but you're trying to bolt on more and more stuff and it's already struggling. You're going this way, you're going this way, you're there following your family, whoever. This here that you put down, and who put this together? You two?
I did.
You did. ChatGPT?
My numbers, but yeah.
Increase daily jobs from 3 to 4 to 6 to 8. Amazing. How are we doing that? Improve margins enough so the business can start paying the owners. Amazing. These are just words on a piece of paper. How are we going to do this? How are we going to achieve this? Because it's easy saying it and putting it down on paper, but you've got to go out there and do it. Sheridan carpet cleaning. Ryan exploring drone-based window cleaning. More overheads, more outgoings, more training. Sounds great, doesn't it? Drone, window clean. Oh, it sounds so cool. It sounds amazing. What sounds amazing doesn't necessarily work. Medium term here, 12 to 24 months. Build an app, online booking system. You're outlaying more and more money, but you haven't worked on the income because you think if we spend more, we're going to get more coming in. We need to work on the foundations and what you've got here right now. We need to look at your 18 customers. How can we utilize those 18 customers first of all to make sure we sustain them and we've got them and they're bulletproof and they're not going anywhere? Because you lost the customer saying, this person was really waiting for the cleaner. So what? Why is this cleaner so much more special than you? What are they going to do that you're not going to do? Because I've been waiting for this specific person. Do you speak to your customers when you're there? Do you get feedback from them?
Sometimes, yeah. Majority of the time, they just leave us to it. And if there is any feedback, we'd get a message saying, "Oh, next time you come, can you focus on the shower? Can you do this? Can you do that?"
What's your relationship with your customers?
Well, I'd say it's quite a nice actually relationship. Like you would go in and you could ask about how their day was, how's the kids,
Who cares? I want them to have a lovely day and I hope their kids are really, really well. But is that helping your business? So when you first met them and you've done the niceties, did you ask them, what do you expect from me, from someone that's coming in your house and cleaning, besides from just cleaning? Because you're in their house. It's important. Know your customer, qualify your customer, your new customers and your old customers. You're not qualifying, you're not getting any information back from them. To me, what could I do to make the service better?
Yeah.
What else do you need from me? What other things are you struggling with? Your customer will give you all the information, and based on those 18 customers, you can then work out, actually, they've all said they need a window cleaner. We're struggling with a window cleaner. They've all said we need a carpet cleaner. You've got 18 people there, but you've done no research. They're already your customers. They're already spending money with you. So you know how difficult it is to get someone to spend money with you? But once they are, you've got to hold them, you've got to retain them. And then you need to actually tap into their minds and see, what else could you do? Do they have businesses? Okay, I own a workshop and actually I don't have a cleaner there. Oh, could we do that? Use your 18 customers first, because we're out there trying to get more and more business in, but we're not even servicing our 18 to a standard where we're utilizing them and understanding what they want and what they need.
But that's huge. That's huge, you're right.
Your clients are everything. I don't believe the saying, the customer is always right, but they will guide you to what they need and expect from you. And if you can't meet that, they'll go elsewhere. I've been scribbling down a lot of things and looking at your AI stuff. First things first, we need to work out what you guys are doing. We need to get the first thing sorted first, which is the cleaning. That is your business, that is the basic, that is what the business you've bought, and you spend £16,000. We don't want to just lose that money. We said the van and the equipment is £8,000. So theoretically we're £8,000 in the hole right now. So let's start with the cleaning. We clean 18 people's houses, yeah? Have you looked at businesses? Have you thought of other, because you keep going B2B, B2B, B2B all the time, yeah? What else are we looking at? Forget the carpet cleaning, forget the window cleaning, forget the drones. Yeah, let's forget the flash and let's work on the cash. Yeah, I'm here all week. Yeah, okay. So joking aside, let's go back to the basics and the cleaners. We've got 18 people. How are we going to grow that just on the cleaning side? And if you got that to 25 to 30, will the business make money? That's what I need to know. Where is the point that 18 gets to 30 or 35 and 40? And can you two service 40 customers, 50 customers? Is that possible?
Not between us, no. Just because there's only so much in time in a day.
Okay, so we're at 18, yeah? Spread over a month. How many customers can you do in a month?
So right now we average around 3 or 4 clients a day.
How many hours are you working a day? Working, not driving to them, actually working, getting paid.
Up to about 6 hours working.
You probably do what, hour, 2 hours driving?
So in the morning it's probably about an hour and a half, on the way back another hour and a half, so that's 3 hours travelling time. And then when we're actually in Hawley, give it probably another hour and a half travelling time around between houses.
I guess it's difficult as well, just because most people don't want us after 5 o'clock, just because that's dinner time for them.
Between 8:30 and 5:30, that's our working times.
So do you know what that tells me? You've got a ceiling, which means you can only earn X amount of money per day, even if you're fully booked all day long, for you two. So if we're doing 6 hours and it's £30 an hour,
180.
£180.
Yeah, I mean, our average that I calculated last time we spoke was like 160. So yeah, we're stat ballpark.
So 160 a day, yeah? So that's £80, if you went £80 each as such, yeah? But then that's not including the van, the petrol, insurance,
cleaning materials.
So right now, this business, sorry to say, doesn't work. And even if you're fully booked for those 6 hours every single day, you're running at a loss. And even if it was just you on your own, without you, £160 a day. Sounds great, does sound great, but that's your turnover. So you're less than £100 a day, if you're lucky. You know, you can go and earn that working for someone quite easily as well. Without the stress, without the pressure, without the, I need to make this money every single week to be able to pay for the van and pay for the bills and pay my rent and pay my mortgage and pay my son and then split my profit, which there is none. So does this business work is the first question. Right now.
No, I don't think we are running at a loss and we're aware of it. But the fact that we have paying clients, it's a issue of like, okay, now we have a bread and butter with the cleaning that are servicing the domestic. Now let's focus on, say, commercial, because commercial doesn't require the 2 hours for 2 people necessarily, and it can be done outside of 9 to 5 because they're businesses, so they want to be out of hours.
So how many hours are you lot going to work a day?
Whatever it takes at the minute.
So we're going to do 9 to 9s, 9 till midnight?
There's a lot to figure out, but we need to go in and just do it. Like if we can work, if we need to work between 9 till 9, then let's do it until we can't anymore, until we figure out how to get someone in to replace it.
You know, when you break it back, you know that hourly rate drops.
Yeah.
So where you're at £15 an hour, which sounds okay, what's the wage out there? £12 an hour is it at the moment? Or it's going to go up to £12 an hour?
Yeah.
So you're £3 more, but I've got my own business. But you've got the stress, the pressure, the headaches, no guaranteed wage every single week or every single month. We need to get your hourly rate up. When you have a business, I think it's very difficult to work on an hourly rate. To me, I'd rather work on a job. So you know you're going out today and you're going to earn £500 because you're going out to do a specific job. When you base it on an hourly rate, I don't think it works on a business when it's such a small scale and you have overhead and you have bills. This might sound harsh right now. If it was me to stem the flow of blood or the hole in the boat, because right now you lot are doing this and there seems to be more and more holes in the boat, I would send you to get a job, to take the pressure of you having your son rely on you and having to pay another wage, because 2 people in this business doesn't work and there's 3 of you and you're not working as such. I would go and work at Sainsbury's, Marks and Spencer's, Tesco's, anywhere, it doesn't matter, just to get experience like he did when he worked at Ryman's, because that's another stress and pressure for you to have on your head. I know his overheads, he lives with you, so obviously he doesn't have the overheads that you have, but it's still a stress and pressure. And if he has his own income right now, again, this is me just thinking out loud, what would I do if I was in your position? Because you have an income, you have other businesses. So yes, you could theoretically lose £8,000. It's not going to make or break you, but it's annoying and you don't want to lose that. But for you, with regards to your family, your overheads, your bills, your son, could you make the same money without your son being there if you worked harder yourself?
I think the only issue is with the clients when we took over, they're used to having 2 cleaners, so it cuts the time that we're in their house. So where they pay for 2 hours, they get a 4-hour clean, but they get it in a short period of time because they've got 2 cleaners. Now that would mean if I took Kobe out of the equation, potentially I could do the job, but a 2-hour clean will now take me 4 hours. And I think the issue we had is because there's that expectation that they are paying you an hourly rate and they expect you in their house for a certain period of time. They don't want one cleaner for 4 hours in a house. They want you in and out as quick as possible. And also because we are limited in terms of how many hours there are in a day, we then potentially would lose clients per day. So we can go from cleaning 4 clients to then only doing 2 clients because I'm on my own.
But right now you're running at a loss. So right now it doesn't make sense what you're doing. You're running at a loss. You have to understand that your business is running at a loss. So whether you've got 18 clients or 10 clients, it's irrelevant. And the fact that we know you can only really work 6 hours because of the window between the 9 to 5 and obviously then the travel time, either way, the business doesn't work right now. So you need to come up with a solution. For the sake of being able to say they have their own business, these school friends may have just put their finances and their futures in jeopardy. But not all hope is lost. I'm going to see if I can help them try and bring it back. I don't want to be here beating you down, and I know I have done. But I want to be honest with you guys, because a lot of people give people false hope and they paint this amazing picture out there, but in real life, that there's a problem and people don't want to address the problem. I think the business you've got right now, I think is very, very difficult. At what point are you like, we're flogging a dead horse here? I personally don't believe the cleaning is the way forward. And again, you are going to do whatever you feel is right for yourselves. You're in for over £20,000. How much more money can you afford to put into a business that I don't believe is going to work? You understand my point? Yeah. And just one thing, with regards to the cleaning business, yeah? I have a cleaner. My cleaner will come to my house, but they use my stuff. Do you use the custom stuff or do you use your own stuff?
We provide everything. We've got our own equipment. We've got our own products. I say our products. We use our products, so you don't have to do anything. We'll come. We'll do the clean, and we'll go. So you don't have to supply anything. That
shows how cheap you are. Like I know people that pay cleaners £12, £14, £16, even £20, but we supply the products. That's another
overhead that we
that you're footing the bill on.
Yeah.
So no wonder people are happy to have you at £15 an hour. Before you came here today and before you sat down with me, did you believe you had a good business?
I believe there is a lot of potential. I don't think we're done, me personally. I don't think we're done with fleshing this thing out to see where it can go. But I do know that there's holes in it, absolutely.
Right, so let's do a quick brainstorming session together. So we've got the business now, we're invested, we're committed, we're 4 months in, let's see what we can do. How can we save this business?
We service like the whole of the Hawley area, and that's where all of our clients are.
Right.
We fill that out as much as we can fill it, and then we pull someone out, Sheridan, and we then focus on the areas that are local to us. So then when we start focusing on the areas that are local to us, instead of doing domestic, even though we'll offer it, we'll focus on commercial. And then those commercials, then they don't have to be at a specific time necessarily or require 2 people. It's just tasks, but like they just want the service. It doesn't matter how many people are doing it. So then we're able to charge more with paying less.
If there's a way that somehow I can take a step back and then focus on getting on new clients, getting my foot in the door, offering services, commercial cleans, because again with commercial cleans you don't have to offer the hourly rate. You can just provide us I will clean your office, salon, barbershop, whatever it is at this set price, and it won't require 2 people, it will require just 1 person. Then it's, I guess, an additional to what we're earning at the moment.
So we need to hire a new member of staff, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, and obviously hiring a member of staff comes with its own
costs,
own costs and own issues and problems, because it's very easy for a member of staff to
not show up.
If they don't turn up or they call in sick, you risk losing a customer. And if that member of staff decides, you know what, I just don't want to do this anymore, it's not easy to find staff to clean and drive.
Yeah.
And then insuring them on your van. Have you hit the estate agents? Have you contacted the estate agents?
That was another line of inquiries that we were going to do. However, it's just finding the time to get there. At the moment, because we're Monday to Friday, we've now...
You're hand to mouth. That's what you are. You're hand to mouth right now. So imagine you can't grow the business because you're in the business.
Yeah.
So it's a catch-22 of how you can do this.
Yeah.
Estate agents do a lot of rentals, lettings and sales.
Yeah.
The hourly rate is great, but you could go to a house and be like, all right, let's look at this house. For us to make this house amazing for the new owners or the new tenants, we are going to charge you £300, £400, £200 to give it like a deep clean. That is where you can make more money.
Yeah.
I think the hourly rate is okay, but it's never going to make you rich. And right now, it's not even making you money. If you want to stay in the cleaning world, I think that is an avenue that you need to look at. We haven't even touched on social media, okay, and going out there to the markets and being like, okay, we're the goats. Why? Why should I use you and not him or her or them? Why are you different? Just another company that cleans a house and charges £12, £15, £18 an hour. That USP. You know what USP is? You know what USP is?
Unique selling point.
Come on, my guy. It's a buzzword, buzz letters, but these are basic things. You can grow the business, but you've got to get it working first before you can be like, I want to step back. And again, finding another member of staff, it's easy because it's your son and he's there. Is there other family members? Like when Nico worked for me, he brought his brother in, Mark. Bulletproof. You understand, the Filipino community is a fantastic community, church. Can you find other people that will want to join you on your journey, younger people? But again, they need to be trained to a certain level. Yeah. There's always positives that you can find from negatives, yeah? But you also have to be realistic.
Absolutely.
You need to put a deadline in place that, you know what, we're gonna do our best for the next 6 months, and we're gonna throw everything at this, everything possible. And if we don't make it work, we're gonna need to be like, you know what, we've got to draw a line in the sand on this and be like, we're gonna have to take our loss, sell the van or use it for something else and go into another direction. But you need to set yourself a target here, because if you don't, it's just gonna keep going until eventually it beats you down.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You work Monday to Fridays. Estate agents are open on a Saturday. I use the estate agents as just one example. There's loads of people you can hit up, businesses, offices, etc. You're not busy every single day. I bet you if I looked at your diary, I could find loads of time. I would look at other businesses. I would look at other cleaning companies. Like what's that company? Molly Maid.
Yeah.
How are they still out there and so successful? And what are they charging? And how are they getting their clients? If it was me and I know my back's up against the wall and I need to make money, I've got to do everything I possibly can. You can help. You're young. You're hungry. You're online. What are you seeing on there? What are trends that you're seeing when people are cleaning stuff? Look at the pool guy as a great example. You know the pool guy is? He cleans swimming pools. Yeah? That's not sexy. That's not fun. He makes these viral videos. Do you know how many people use him now because of that? You could be doing that. You only need a phone. You don't need a camera. If you sat down there together and you brainstorm together and come up with ideas, and we're online and we're looking at different things. Oh, why? And look at the cleaning companies. Look at the big ones and look at the small ones. How are small ones surviving? People need cleaners. Like everyone needs to get a haircut. Everyone needs food. You're always going to have work. Why should people trust you? We're good people. It's father and son business. We're passionate. We care about our job. Show me. Tell me. Shoot some content with your son. Me and my dad, we're out there. We're grafting today. We're out there. We're filming. We're going to people's houses. You don't need to film their houses, but the journey. People buy into a journey, a story. You understand? Ex-police officer is now set up a business with his son and his friend, his uncle. Filipinos have got an incredible community. People want to work together. You want to help each other. There's loads of you here. Start in-house. Start with your own people and then branch out. People like you, people trust you, people respect you. Look, the hairs are going up on my arm because we're now in a zone. I've beat you down. But if this is really what you want to do, prove it. Can't tell me you ain't got time. You've definitely got plenty of time. And you've also got time. Okay, maybe you're 9 to 5, you're busy, but you're telling me you can't find an hour where you actually sit down and that hour you are grafting, just for an hour.
I have my 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And then I spend time with the kids because I want to do
Fine.
that.
They go to bed?
And then I have an office, which is around the corner from mine, where I go and I work.
You said 10 to 2?
10 to 2.
Okay, but at 10 to 2, we're not putting any time in this business, are we?
If I have a 4-hour window, I focus on revenue generating. So if there is a point where, okay, we need to buckle up, do our thing, I can absolutely make time, absolutely. But if there is a point where, say this business isn't making money, but I know I have clients to service that I know will pay me, then I have to prioritize them.
I fully get it, I fully get it. But if you want this business to succeed and you want to try and recoup your £8,000 that you've put in,
Absolutely.
you've got to do something, because otherwise you might as well just wash it away and just write it off.
100% agree. Yeah, I agree.
This business is not dead, but you are on the verge of losing all your money if you don't do something today, like now when you leave here today. You can't continue the way you're going.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there's 2 or 3 customers in a week or in a month that you're like, we go there just for the sake of going there to keep them happy. Sorry, customer, it doesn't financially benefit me to come here on a daily basis. For me to come here, I need to increase the price. Oh, well, you can't increase the price, then I'm sorry, it doesn't work for me. So then that hour or 2 hours that you're spending at that customer where you're not making any money, you can now focus on trying to grow the business and get new clients that actually make you money, where it's worth it.
Yeah.
Don't service people for the sake of doing it and thinking, I don't want to upset the customer. Because at the end of the day, they'll replace you like that. As you said, that other woman was like, I've been waiting for this woman. See you later. Your customers are really, really important, but you need to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you need to get yourself into a position where you can handpick your customers. So be like, that is really worth me going there. But you can say to a customer, for me to come here, I'm sorry, I need £20 an hour because we're using our materials, our this, our that. I'll tell you what, if you supply us the stuff, I can keep it at the same rate. Or if you're happy to pay this, some customers will be like, you know what, I don't mind, I trust you. Peace of mind is key. Trusting people is so important. I'd much rather have you guys in my house and pay an extra £5 than bringing new people that I don't know. Some people can afford it, other people can't afford it. But you can ask the question. And I'm looking at you a lot because you see the customers every single day. You know the customers you've got incredible relationship with that be like, we love you guys, man. Like, we can't afford to lose. I'll pay the extra £5 to have you. And people understand. You know, you can say, I can't afford to be here. Go through your phone. People don't realize you've got a phone book there with hundreds of contacts. Have you even reached out to your people? You haven't, have you?
No. I haven't, no.
You haven't? And I bet you've got a database of people that you could do, that could help you, that could advise you, that could give you work, that own businesses, that own a showroom, that own an area that you could clean, that you could make more money.
Yeah.
Has a light bulb gone off now?
It's definitely a spark up my bum, yeah.
Because, as I said, it's been negative, 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 but now I'm giving you stuff that you can go and do. And you know everything I've just said to you doesn't cost any money. Social media, shooting videos, you've already got the phone. Speaking to your phone, but you already speak to these people on a daily basis. You know what I mean? Meeting up with people. You lot, Filipinos have big gatherings all the time. Are you there enjoying yourself doing karaoke, or are you talking to people thinking, you know what, this is the business we do, this is what we're trying to do? What do you think? Is there anyone that you're dealing with on a place that need cleaners? Whether it be their business or whether it be their home. Oh, you know, actually, yeah, you just reminded me. People don't network. I'm the king of networking. Wherever I am, I will network. You understand? It's not just about going to a party. Go there and talk business. Go there and be passionate. Show people, you know, I love my business. I want it to succeed. Can you help me? There's no shame in asking for help. You know what I mean? Everyone has to ask for help. And anyone that doesn't want to help you or looks down on you, you don't want them in your life anyway.
Yeah, agreed, yeah.
So I've given you everything I can think of right now, because obviously this is all new to me as well. We need to check back in, I think, in 6 months' time to see what direction you've gone in, what improvements you've made, what things you've tried to do to improve your own business, how much time and effort you've put in. Because in 6 months' time, I'll know whether you've actually put the graft in or you're just like, I'll just write off that 16 grand because you're so rich and you can afford to do it. So I'm sure you can't. I'm not saying I'm the guru and I know everything, because I don't. But I've been in business a long time and I've experienced the highs and the lows, the good, the bad, the ugly. So hit me up. But I think in 6 months' time, let's catch up and let's see where you've gone. And I hope that the beatdown has now given you a positive on the back end that you can go and do stuff in this industry or in something else. Yeah?
No, I appreciate that, yeah.
If you've got a business and you want to be on our next video, use the email on screen or in the description below.